Hello, YouTube. I wanted to check back in with whoever watches these videos. It's been a little while since I've done a video about my status or treatments or anything like that, so I thought it was time to check back in, let you guys know that I'm still here, doing pretty good, and just kind of talk about whatever. So, like I said, I've been doing pretty good. Something that's been interesting that's been going on lately is I've had a few people, some friends, and even a stranger that have contacted me regarding their own new diagnosis with cancer, which is horrible news. But at least I'm glad that people are hitting me up. That's like the whole purpose of me doing these videos is I want to provide answers to whatever I can. I don't have all the information about everything, but I definitely have been through a lot of stuff on my own, and I can provide, some, at least experiences and some answers about stuff. So that's been uh, a good thing that's been going on in light of the horribleness that cancer is. So for myself, I've been on this clinical trial for just over a year now. I've been doing good. Just, I started last December. It's December now, December 2021. So I started December 2020, and I was in such bad shape when I started this. I was even lucky to, you know, live long enough to start it. Like I was in a real tough spot, but I started and immediately, like, I could just feel the cancer, all the tumors, like dying. Everything was like aching in pain. It was just gnarly, but it was like a good thing. I could tell that it was working immediately. So since then, I've just been getting better and better. This last summer, um, I was starting to get in like pretty good shape again. My weight was up to like pretty much normal levels. I've always been a slim guy, but I was like up to like 165, 167, which is like a good weight for me. It's like a lot of good muscle tone and stuff. So things were looking good. And then I've had like a couple minor bumps in the road, not so much cancer related, but more so like treatment related. So uh, what happened was I have a new disease based, it's caused by the treatments. It's called, uh, I might be off on the name, but it's called something like hypogammaglobulinemia, and it's basically an immune system disease. Um, so we all have globulin cells, that's part of our immune system, and what the disease is my they call them Ig cells. My Ig cells are super super low. So my nurse caught this pretty much. She saw like over the last year my Ig levels, every time I got a blood test, they were just going down and down. Every time I got a test, it was a lower number than what was before. And I think a healthy range is around 1200 to 1400 or something around there. Um, and my levels got all the way down to less than 40. So my nurse noticed that trend and was asking me, she's like, yeah, I know you've been having these like sinus infections, like tell me more about that. So I kind of told her the story about how they've been getting pretty persistent over this last year. I'd get a sinus infection in the last 2 months. One of them was almost like 3 months long and just really gnarly, like major headaches, fevers. I was like hospitalized for one of them, maybe even both. Definitely for one, I can't remember if I was hospitalized for both, but I might have been. But from like the fevers and just like totally sucks the life out of you. Like a bad sinus infection sucks. So she was like, yeah, like, I, I don't know if your doctor knows this, but she's like, I noticed your IG levels have been going down, down, and it kind of matches up with the stories that you have about your sinus infections. So she's like, I'm going to talk to the doctor, see if they know about this. And sure enough, there was something off. Thank God for my nurse for, you know, she's a rock star. She like studies my case every time I'm like about to walk in to see her. She's like all over my stuff, which I'm so grateful for that. Um, but what they've done is they've put me on another treatment outside of my cancer treatment. This is now for my other disease, my immune system disease. It's called IVIG, which is basically where you just get infusion of some people's donated IG cells, and it's supposed to give you a boost. I've been on it before. Um, when I was on it in the past, it didn't really have an effect, which they say it can work sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's kind of like a gamble with the IVIG treatment. The first time I was on it, didn't really work. This time it's working. My numbers are coming back up, which is like super awesome. My sinus infections are like much more under control. I think after this last one that I had that lasted about 3 months, now I kind of have like a permanent sinus infection. It's not like really severe, but every day I'm dealing with stuff. So, you know, that's like pretty much the worst of what I've been going through. Um, Other than that, like I'm getting back on my grind of kind of how I was this summer, working out, you know, like 5 days a week, eating healthy, staying hydrated, getting good sleep, trying to manage my stress in a healthy way. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Um, Still waiting on my VA case to be settled. It is in queue to be seen by a judge, a VA judge. So originally, um, what had happened with it was I filed a claim. It went to the claims department. They rejected it. They said there's no connection between multiple myeloma um, and jet fuel. So I got the lawyer, an attorney that specializes in VA cases. We gathered tons of evidence proving that there is a connection. We sent it off again to the claim department as an appeal. They still said nope. According to our paperwork, there is no connection, which is like total BS. So they rejected it a second time. That was when I started making these videos. That was when I had gotten that second rejection letter. So now what we're doing is you have 3 pathways, basically a slow, medium, and fast way to do it. We're like in the medium route right now, which is where you don't submit any new evidence, but you send it off for a VA judge to see it. And it takes like anywhere from like a year and a half to 2 years, they said. And just like maybe like 3 months ago, my attorney said it was like just finally put into the queue to see a judge. So it should be like hopefully no more than 2 years from that moment. So I'm waiting now, but that's where I'm at with that. And I think now it should be accepted, because the evidence is crystal clear. Um, we have like tons of stuff in there like about direct correlations between multiple myeloma and jet fuel. Benzene is like all in it. So, like I'm like 99% sure it's going to be accepted. It just, there's that 1% that it's like, I mean, the VA has denied me twice already, even though it's so crystal clear. So, there's always like that shred of doubt, but yeah, that's where I'm at now. And I'm still doing treatment. I do chemo every day. 3 weeks on, 1 week off are my cycles. And then I'm in a clinical trial right now. So I'll do another video where I talk about like the clinical trial that I'm doing, and I'll also do like a video for the IVIG because I think that's pretty common. I don't think it's very common that people would be doing the clinical trial, but the IVIG for sure. There might be a lot of people doing that. So, um, you know, thanks for watching. My videos aren't super popular, but I'm not really going for popularity. I'm more going just like if I can help one person with anything, then that's the goal, is to help at least one person. So, uh, tune back in whenever, and you guys take good care of yourselves. Catch you on the flip. Peace.